Howdy, Mike McCoy.
Eric
Got
Poe.
company.
How you doing?
We're going to talk a little sawmilling. And say yours is white oak's good and the chestnut oak's good.
No, the chestnut oak is good and the red oak is
Red
great,
good.
but the white oak is here and there. I mean, you get a lot of bad spots in it.
Now the white oak's good, here and the red oak's just crap.
Now up our way, red oak, I've never found a hole in red oak.
Really?
Never.
Ours will have big bug holes in it and rotten spots.
Really? We don't get
I've
that.
seen rotten spots that big around where the limbs was and stuff.
Of course, it all depends on which side of the valley you're on. If you're on the
Yeah.
east side of the valley, you got good timber, but on the west side of the valley, the soil's a whole lot different. Shaly ground, and it changes a lot.
Well now here the north side's always got the best timber.
Really?
Always, yeah. Now over here, here's a piece of ash. We don't have a lot of ash down here.
We
Let
had
the
a lot.
cameraman catch up. Come
I'm
on.
going. I'm
Oh,
coming.
yeah.
I'm coming.
Thank God Freddie didn't. But yeah, I cut that out. A friend of mine's a doctor, and one of his friends is wanting a animal. And,
Yeah, ash is not real heavy, you know.
no, I like saw ash.
Yeah, but when it gets dry, it gets hard as a rock.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you can catch it green, it's pretty good.
Now, I didn't think we had a whole lot of ash either until it started dying.
Yeah.
But it seemed like at first, everything below 100 feet died off. And it seemed like everything above it wasn't going to. But then all at once, it started going up, hitting the higher stuff too.
Yeah.
So, I think if it's dying, you need to cut it.
Yeah.
And maybe it'll spring back off the stump, and maybe you'll get something out of it the next generation.
One theory is it's all going to die, and then it'll sprout back. You know, and while it's sprouting back, all the bugs will die,
Mm-hmm.
and then it'll have a few years there to regenerate.
But it won't be our generation; it'll be the next generation.
I don't think it'll ever survive getting 2 and 3 foot through.
It's like the chestnut oak.
Yeah.
The chestnut tree,
Yeah.
American chestnut tree. Man, my dad talked about that. He said they were huge
When
when he was a kid.
When I was a kid growing up squirrel hunting, I've seen chestnut trees land on the ground that high. I mean, there's just a hull.
Yeah, that's what he
But
said.
They was big. Here's some pine that we cut. That's for a friend of mine. He building a bunch of running sheds.
For horses?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they use pine?
Yeah.
Up our way, they won't use pine because the horses chew on it so bad. You'd have to saw oak or something like that.
Oak's too expensive for them down here.
Well, they got money up there. I
Yeah.
mean,
Oh yeah, you get up in that horse country.
when I was sawing fencing boards, I was getting $4 a piece for them. You know what they're selling for today? $11 a piece.
$11 a piece.
$11 a piece. That's big money.
How many feet's in a fencing board?
8 feet.
8 feet.
Take 4 feet in a fencing board. They're supposed to weigh 96 pounds.
I ain't cut no white oak fencing boards in years.
Oh, you do have to cut white oak. They take chestnut, they take red, they take
Really?
it. Yeah.
Down here, white oak's all they'd take. And here's some stuff. Now, what's that? Who's that for?
That's for him too.
That's for Dwayne too. He prepaid for it, so we had to get on the stick and get him something cut.
Now, when you cut pine here, do you get them little pores in it?
Oh, yeah. If
Now,
it
an old
rains,
timer told me, he said, if you cut that pine in the dark of the moon, it won't do that.
I wouldn't doubt it.
And it's something to it because I have seen pine that's laid on the ground for 10 years and never get those things in it.
I found out if it's cut in the dead of winter, they ain't too bad to get in there.
Yeah.
But boy, if it's cut like in early spring, when the sap's coming up, they will eat it up, especially the tip plots.
Yeah. And poplar, this time of year, if you don't get through poplar quick enough, you'll get that sap rot in it, and it's not,
Yeah.
you can't get any grade out of it.
No. And now, we done a lot of work for that movie, The Last of the Mohegans,
Mm-hmm.
and we peeled a lot of poplar bark. And
Well,
so
that MSL was
Yeah.
peeling poplar.
that got it started. I was the first one that ever peeled
Really?
any. And
If you do it early in the spring, it comes off easy.
oh yeah, we peeled.
It's starting to get a little tight now.
Yeah, we peeled like 20,000 feet for Last of the Mohegan, and they done a movie in Richmond. We hauled it all the way from here to Richmond.
Really?
and got paid for it. But yeah.
Well, I was at this. I wasn't. I took my wife there. She wanted to go. This rock and gym thing up near Marion.
Yeah.
This weekend, and there was a guy there. He said that's what they were doing was peeling poplar.
Yeah.
And he said they're using a lot for siding.
Yeah, it's big business now. But when we took that to Richmond, they made me mad, and I ain't peeled no more.
Well, it's a lot of work.
God, yeah, it is. But we got good money out of it for that stuff.
But you couldn't do it in the winter months because that stuff won't come off for nothing.
You have to start about the middle to last of April.
Yeah.
And through till about right now.
And about right now is when it starts getting to where it's setting up on again.
Right here's that piece that busted that saw. It's hanging on the garage up there.
You like to kick the person in the butt
and
put it there.
And what really made me mad, I was cutting custom stuff, which wasn't making.
It's always the way it goes.
And after I busted my saw and couldn't saw no more, they went to another sawmill and bought the stuff to do it instead of buying it from me.
You know what I always did? I made a deal when I custom sawed. I said, if I hit something and hurt my saw, it's your responsibility.
Yeah. Now that's what was in that walnut piece that busted that saw over yonder.
Walnut's always got something in it.
Yeah.
And I guess because it takes it so long to get.
Yeah, there's a lot of them in yards too.
Yeah.
But in here.
And if that fella told you, I guarantee it's nothing in there. You bet your bottom dollar it's something in there.
I found these in one pine tree.
Yeah, my father, if he caught somebody shooting a tree, he would just skin them.
Would he?
Yes, he
I
would.
don't know where that is. There's 7 of them in a Colt 1911 Colt 45. He's got 7. I don't know where that is, but it's in there somewhere. But see, if it hadn't been sawed, you could almost reload them.
Yeah. And the thing about this is, when you hit a bullet, it doesn't do that much damage.
No.
It might roll the edges a little bit, but
whoever shot him, they grouped him in a spot about 4 inches.
Well, I would have kicked his butt then, because he shoots too good.
There's that. But there's 7 of them. That just blowed my mind.
Most I ever hit at bullets in one tree was a great big old cedar, and that thing was that big around. It was huge. And I think it had 32 bullets in it.
We use that all the time. Thank you.
I'll send you another one. I saw him the other day, and I went to grab one, and something changed my mind. I said I'm gonna take him another. But next time I come down, I'll grab one because I got like 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, him's handy. Mary Ruth used it all the time over here.
And you not only does it that, but you got the Dole scale on there.
Yeah.
And you got the other scale, the international, which nobody buys on international anymore.
You know, I think you have to buy on international.
Yeah.
But yeah, we use that. But
You'd like to sell on it though, wouldn't you?
oh yeah, boy. Make a buy on Dole, sell on international, you get right quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I have sold on Decimal C.
Well,
But
they got that on there too.
the trick to Decimal C, these mills that buy on Decimal C, the smaller logs, they don't pay hardly anything for them. And they've got a lot of footage in them. So you're buying logs by the 1,000. And I got caught at this one time. There's a bunch of little poplars about 12 or 14 inches right at the landing need to be cut. And I cut them and took them to this mill I was dealing with. They brought $75 a thousand.
No
I was
kidding.
paying $85 a thousand for the timber. So I learned real quick there.
Yeah, you can't do that.
No, but you know, they'd buy them right along, but you know, $75 a thousand, they ain't paying nothing.
You need to get
Mike,
out of the
how much
sunshine.
Oh, okay.
How much percentage would you pick up on your, like if you bought on the gold scale and you brought it here and sold, how much percentage would you pick up?
20%.
20%?
And it's according to the logs. Now,
If you got a good straight log, you can really pick up some.
well, if you get big logs like that backing back there, it'll do good to cut what it scales for.
But you don't want to get much bigger than that because it gets too hard to handle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the perfect size right there.
Yeah. But now, like them small logs there, but on the other side of that coin, what you pick up in footage, you lose and grade.
Yeah.
So it all works out. And I always thought the Doyle scale was meant to keep these loggers from cutting real small timber.
Yeah.
For if it ain't at least 16 inches, that stump, it ain't worth fooling with if you're selling on a Doyle scale.
Yeah, exactly.
And that kept timber.
It keeps it low, because I mean, you don't get that much footage out of something under 16.
No.
Which really, when you go in to cut a place, you should keep it about 20 inches.
Yeah.
And then that way, every 10, 15 years, you can cut it again.
Yeah. My property on Laurel was cut in the 30s. It was cut in the 50s. And it was cut in the late 80s and early 90s. And it's ready to cut again right now.
Yeah, see, if you let it sit too long, it'll go bad.
Yeah, it'll start going back on itself.
I know there was a guy who owned a piece of property up near me. He had 75 years before it was cut. But it got too many holes in it. And once you do that, I mean, you're just losing.
I cut a patch on Little Pine over there in Madison County. It's way back in Sticks. And the guy had hundreds of acres of land, family land.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one ridge there, and he said, to the best of my recollection, that timber has never been cut. And I thought, oh boy,
Yeah.
There was chestnut oaks in there, I swear.
It ain't worth 5 cents.
Stick your saw in, it go in about that fern poop. Every one of them hollers go.
And they not only they haul there, they haul all the way
Yeah,
through.
they wasn't even fit for firewood.
Yeah.
That surprised me to death.
If you'd have cut that
If it had been cut back
30
in the
years
40s or
before
something,
that,
it'd
it
probably
would have
been
made
all
a big
right.
difference.
And on my place, on the land adjoining mine on Laurel, it belonged to my mother. There was a white oak there, and that thing had to be close to 5 foot through. And I thought, boy, my cash register's going to really ring here. They might have been that much wood. Have you seen that YouTube video where that fella cut that big pine that nearly fell on him? It just blowed up.
Yeah, I saw that.
That done the same thing to me. I looked like a little bear trying to get away from it.
You can't go fast enough, can you?
But
yeah, when you cutting something dead or hollow like that, you don't know what's going to
and it didn't show being hollow. I mean, it looked good. And it made me so mad, I thought, well, I'll just cut it down and see if the hollow goes all the way through it. And right before that thing fell, it just... I thought, what an idiot.
No, you was trying to get something out of nothing.
But yeah.
But you know, when you're working close tight with the account,
yeah,
you got to do things that you would never done before.
And that piece of property there tried to kill me a dozen times. I about cut this hand off with a chainsaw, cutting up on the landing. And there was a huge poplar there. And there was an oak had fell over in it. And as a rule, I will not cut a tree with another tree of land in it. But they was both laying downhill hard. So I thought it'd be fine. I started cutting that poplar and just it moved to fall. The whole top of that oak just fell out right down on top of me. Hit this arm right here and just pulled that muscle right down again, that watch. And oh boy, is it heavy me. He wasn't the sharpest saw on the truck. And I was laying there looking like one of these Three Stooges on the shoulder. And he just picks the saw up and starts trimming. I was tired. Well, I finally got enough composure. I said, give me the seat off that dozer. I need something to lay my head on. For I was about to pass out, it was hurting so bad. He got me the seat off the dozer, and he goes back to trimming. I said, come back here. I said, I believe I can walk out of here. I said, you're going to have to bring a dozer. He gets on the dozer and leaves. I finally made it out there, and she took me to the doctor. But God, that hurt.
One time we had on the mill, we tried to keep a small, sharp saw.
Yeah.
And cutting this saw I ever saw in my life. I wouldn't give you 5 cents for it, but somehow it showed up at our place, and it was a little Poland 250.
Yeah.
But it was one of the things you grab one hand, and it was dangerous because you tried to do stuff with one hand. My dad was cutting off boards one time, and he cut that finger almost off. And it was his own fault because he should have had both hands on it.
Yeah.
If you got both hands on it, you can't cut yourself.
Yeah.
In the hand.
Yeah.
You cut your legs, your feet. But I made him wait till I was finished doing what I was doing before I took him to the hospital. I said, well, if you put your hand up there, you deserved it.
Right there is one of the best things to have around the sawmill now.
They're fast.
Yeah, and they're stout.
Yeah.
I've seen her cut the end off 12 by 12 of that thing. It just melt through it.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't slow down a bit.
And that second one, that second one we've wore out recently. I bet we've wore out a half a dozen of them since we've been in business.
Now, do you have power down to here?
Yeah, yeah.
That makes a difference.
Yeah.
For you could saw at night if you want.
Yeah.
But if you saw it at night.
Don't say that real loud around her.
I'd barely get him to solve a day, let alone.
If you saw it at night one time, you'd stop sawing.
Yeah.
Because you'd see stuff that you didn't believe was in them logs.
Yeah. Well, I bought me a pair of glasses. They're up there at the house now. And I've got a cataract in my right eye. And I come down here Monday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Get in there, and I cut a slab that thick first thing. She come, what are you doing? I said, these glasses worried me too. She said, get them off before you kill us off. I said, I believe I can get back right with it, you know. But
you cut one of them tie slabs.
Yeah, yeah.
Where you try to knock that tie out in 4 cuts.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And you know, usually with a carriage out there at the end of the roll bed, I can look at that log and tell where it's at in relation to the saw.
Mm-hmm.
With them glasses, I'm off at least 1.5 inches.
You see, a laser wouldn't do you any good here anyway because you're out in the sun out there.
I've got 2 good lasers up at the house and I'm too lazy to put them up.
Yeah.
Got one that shoots X and the other shoots a straight thing.
It'd be nice back in here, but by the time you're here, you got that first slab off.
I'd just make Mother mad. She'd say, cut that thing off, it's worrying me today.
Does she ever look over here and sight you?
Yeah, yeah.
That worked good.
Yeah, and we've got hand signals that we can
communicate. Oh yeah.
I can read her hand signals pretty good. Read that mouth usually.
And usually you can tell by the body language.
Yeah, the eyes tells a whole lot.
Something's going really wrong fast.
And Paul, the guy that helps us, he just adores Mother. He won't say nothing about her.
We scared of her.
Absolutely, absolutely.
For good reason.
We was out there the other day. I said, Paul said to hurry. Paul said, I ain't say nothing.
You was talking about hand signals and body gestures. Yeah. One time, I may have told you this before, but I don't know. Me and my dad we were sawing posts. We was busting posts, and we was getting $1 a post. You know. And that was 25 years ago. That was good money.
Yeah.
We went over in the evening. It was in October, and it was warm like it is right now. But in the mornings, it was dropping down about in the low 30s. And we loaded that mill up with posts. We must have had 200-300 on there. And that morning we started sawing. I was knocking them out, you know. Then he came over and helped me push them all up. And we got that last post. He kicked that thing like that. And by that time, my dad's feet were bothering him so bad he couldn't wear nothing but tennis shoes.
Yeah.
He kicked that on post like that and almost put his foot down on 2 copperheads laying there. If it had been 5 degrees warmer, they'd have got him.
Yeah, yeah.
If it had been 15 minutes later in the day, they'd have got him because it was warming up quick.
Yeah.
But the copperhead is the snake that you know exactly when you see it that it's definitely a copperhead.
Yes, you don't have to ask nobody.
No, you can look at that thing and he looks deadly.
Now, I've never seen a copperhead here. We're eat up in black snakes. But my neighbor,
where I live at, it's copperheads. But you're going up around the mountain 10 miles and it's rattlesnakes and copperheads.
Yeah. And I don't look for snakes.
No, I don't like them.
If I don't like them, but if I ever start hunting them, that's all I want to do is just look. You know, they're everywhere.
Yeah, sometimes when you're in the mountains in the summertime and you're going through some woods, you get that snake feeling.
Yeah.
You jumping through there, you know. One time I stepped on a little black snake. I kicked myself in the head so hard jumping, I knocked myself out.
Mother usually won't kill nothing, but this black snake got after her, and I think she chopped it a little bit harder with the hoe than she meant to.
I did.
Well, we got a snake up there. They call it a blue racer.
Yeah. Now when I was a kid, you'd see some sometimes, but I've not seen one in years.
Well, you know when you seen because that's the fastest thing you ever saw in your life.
I've never seen nothing move like that.
He'll stand 4 feet off the ground and he'll go at 50 miles an hour.
Yeah.
It looks like.
And they don't have a lot of girth to them, but they're long.
They're long. Yeah.
But we was picking blackberries one time, and there was 2 come down through that field, and I've never seen nothing move like that. And it's that high off the ground.
Yeah.
I just a kid and scared me to death. I've never seen nothing like that.
Especially by hay about that high,
Yeah.
you'll see the grass moving, and it's like, my God, is the wind blowing that hard?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's them daggone snakes.
But that's the only two I ever seen, but I've heard of them all my life.
Now they said my grandfather went to take a whack at one, and the thing chased him 2 miles. Of course, that was I don't know if that happened or not,
Probably
but that's
not.
what they said.
I always heard that they'd run you, but Granny said if you thought one was running you, just have to step aside. They'll just go on by you. But I don't know. I like I say,
I don't want no snake on me. I don't care. I mean, it would probably kill me.
We had an old junk truck up there where we keep our junk. It's a Ford. And I was needing something off of it. And there's brawlers growed up around and everything. And I needed to see the radiator in it. And I stretched way around like that. And I honestly believe it flicked its tongue again in my nose. There's a black snake right there. I screamed like a girl.
Yeah, it makes you know how much of a man you are, doesn't it?
Yes, and I wasn't much of a man. Well, I guess that's about all the footage we can handle on my little MacBook Pro, Mother. You can cut it off.